Hey guys, thank you so much again for tuning in to Movie Pop. Today we're going to talk about Game of Thrones, The Long Night, aka World War Z, Winterfell. I'm joined by my sexy co-host Lawrence Amber. Lawrence?
Hi guys, Lawrence.
So, we have the final culmination of 7 years of television filmmaking leading up to this one singular moment, the showdown between the living and the dead. It's supposed to be epic. I'm not feeling too hot.
Ooh, all right. Since you're not feeling too hot, why don't you go ahead and start it off, and then because I really want to hear your thoughts.
Ooh, boy. Well, since I'm not feeling too spicy about this episode, yeah, let me go with the cons. We'll start this reverse cowgirl style first. Okay, so it's been a year, basically, since we've seen the last season of Game of Thrones. And in that time, we've been occupied with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We've had multiple dramas and comedies and action films to occupy our minds and our times and our ability to really think about how this final showdown should happen. The people in the show, though, however, have been living in this day in and day out. It is their reality. So I cannot fathom why in the hell was their battle strategy so piss poor. Oh yeah, let's get the Dothraki, all of them. Let's have them just do a siege on the dead, way out there in the dark. Yeah, no problem. What?
Okay.
What? Why? Why don't you just build like a fortress around your fortress and have dragons rain bloody hellfire on the army of the dead and then have your armies engage? So that to me strategically just seemed really stupid.
I think what happened there, and I kind of agree with you there. When I was watching it, I didn't feel that way, but I understand what you mean. I think their idea was that they were probably planning on doing that, and with the introduction of the Red Woman, basically the show, the episode goes kind of the way we feel. So the Red Woman shows up, everyone is invigorated because now they have these flaming swords. I felt hopeful. I think the Dothraki felt hopeful. Everyone felt hopeful. They're like, oh, they're gonna kick ass now. And so they want to show you that, okay, yeah, everyone's hopeful. Well, just kidding. You're gonna get crushed. This is the army of the dead. This is the real shit. Because if you notice, after that, they're on their back foot. They're playing nothing but defense after that.
No plan B?
So,
What?
yeah.
What? Your plan B was a shitty wooden, like, one row, like, fortress?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, maybe it's my ignorance, but when was it ever established that a flaming sword would destroy the dead? I thought Dragonglass was the only thing that could do that.
I think it's fire or dragonglass. I think the fact that their swords are on fire kills them as well. Doesn't look like they kill very many because they get
Clearly
extinguished.
that did not work at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't catch on to that, but I don't think that was very clearly established if that was the case. There were some other.
What wasn't clearly established? What, the fire swords, or
yeah, the
just
fire.
Like,
I don't recall because wouldn't everybody just be dunking their swords in like animal fat and lighting that on fire and just.
Well, they all had dragonglass, and I don't know why I don't know why Dothraki are just like, we're gonna fight without dragonglass.
That's
we're
your
good.
first battalion.
But,
you better
yeah.
give them something. At least 25% of them.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely
Whatever.
a
They're
slight-
Arabs. We don't need them. Just
Yeah.
go on. You know.
Yeah.
Some other strategic problems I had were with the dragons, Dany and Jon Snow, hovering in the sky in the midst of like a winter storm for God knows how long. Oh, we can't see. We can't see. Oh, how are we gonna know when to shoot the dragon's flames on the ground? Well, why don't you just go lower and see what's happening? Do some reconnaissance lower to the ground. We're just gonna stay up in the sky the whole time, and maybe we'll figure it out up here. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think their strategy was a little it was complicated because the original plan, and they don't talk much during the episode, so it's kind of confusing to understand like what their thinking is. They're kind of just grunting at each other and looking at each other. I don't know if you noticed that in the first half, but I think what the plan was.
I couldn't see anything the whole damn show.
Yeah.
So
I know a lot of people had that complaint. So I think the original plan was that they wait for the Night King to show up and then they attack the Night King. Well, the Night King wasn't showing up, so eventually they engage. They start burning, and that's when I was like, thank God, finally they're using the freaking dragons because they're not winning this fight unless the scales are tipped highly in their favor, which they were not from the get-go. So they're fighting with the dragons, and eventually the Night King comes out. But yeah, then they're swirling around in the storm. I don't know what was going on. and eventually they have a fight with the Night King. I don't know if like they're scared of the Night King because he has the spears. I don't know what was going on. Like I said, poor communication. You don't really know what's going on. You're kind of just going with it at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Wasn't the whole point of Bran hiding out by the that red tree was to lure the Night King to him? So
Yeah.
there was never supposed to be any direct engagement with the Night King, as far as I know.
Well, I mean, eventually their idea is to fight him and kill him when he does show up, but they don't know when he's going to show up, where he's going to show up, how he's going to show up. They don't really know anything. They're just hoping and guessing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on next point.
Yeah.
I feel like devil's advocate here, so just keep on going.
Yeah, and then it comes down to more of a technical issue with how the cinematography was, because it was really contrasted by some very beautiful nighttime above the cloud shots with the dragons and the moonlight, and I was just awestruck. Like, wow, that is fantastic.
I agree. Yeah.
But then, like, so many like rapid, quick cuts in a very dark color grade, and
all the castle shots were like that, very dark. Couldn't see anything.
Quick cuts, and like very up close shots too. So that's like a triple threat, the holy trinity of crap. Like I couldn't tell what was going on. It was disappointing because this is like 7 or 8 years in the making. We're building up to this moment, and it's just like. Brr.
I remember looking around like people I was watching it with and being like, was that a major character that just died? I couldn't really see their face. I have no idea what just happened. Who just died? I imagine that if it's a major character, it's gonna like highlight it. But so I was like, I don't know who that was. I don't know if it's an undead. I don't know if it's just a regular soldier. I don't know if it's a main character. I hope it wasn't anyone important. But okay, we'll just go with it.
Yeah.
Didn't like that too much.
Yeah, it was pretty universally panned as being very bad. Yeah. Especially in comparison to the Battle of the Bastards and then Hardhome. Hardhome was a fantastic showdown between the living and the dead. Like, amazing, awesome. This is nowhere near even close. So I'm not sure what the issue was, because I imagine they have the budget, they have the time to do it, not only in terms of the runtime, but in terms of the pre-production time for the show.
They said HBO gave them as much time as they needed, so I don't think this was rushed.
Yeah. I'm stumped. That's pretty much it on the cons. Overall enjoyable episode for me. It had some pretty notable deaths with Jorah and Lady Mormont. You know what? There's one actually.
Did you just call Jorah Lady Mormont?
No. Well, the bear, the little.
Jorah, Lady Mormont. Okay, I got you now.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, wait, Jorah Lady Mormont? What do you mean? Poor guy.
Yeah. No, actually, I forgot.
Because he is Jorah Mormont.
Right, and she's was it Lyanna Mormont?
Yeah, right. My girlfriend was like crying at that part.
Man, the biggest con of the episode, I totally forgot, which is weird because, Arya Stark taking down the Night King, literally out of left field, out of nowhere, like out of the dark. What? Like, in the moment, I'm like, oh, damn, that was fucking badass. But then I thought about it. I'm like, wait, hold on. How did... She was originally hiding from the whites, and they could literally hear her blood dropping on the ground. Like, right? Like, droplets of blood. Somehow, Arya is able to leap in the sky over, like, who knows, a whole battalion of the dead generals, leaping to the Night King. What? How?
I guess she's just that stealthy because of her assassin training.
Yeah, bullshit.
I don't know. I liked it.
I call foul, sir.
It's nice because Arya hasn't really had a moment to shine yet, and that was, I think, very fitting for her. A lot of people did question, and I kind of don't have an answer for how she was able to sneak past all the White Walkers plus all the undead.
Yeah.
Unless she jumped from like the castle walls. Like inhuman amount of jumping. I don't know. But other than that, I like the scene. It's nice. She gets her own spotlight. She gets to showcase her badassery, and she did the business.
Hey, whatever. It's just as good as an idea as, hey, the army of the dead who resurrect dead bodies are coming to kill us. Let's all hide in the crypt with a bunch of dead bodies. Yeah, we'll be safe here.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well.
Yeah, too many.
Although I find it strange that no one important died in the crypt.
Oh, yeah, well,
They had so much fodder in there that they're just like, you just die, dude.
Yeah.
You're good. You just die for us. Thanks.
Well, that's what happens when you buy some really high-quality plot armor.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
A lot of those people had a lot of plot armor.
So, yeah, I've taken up a majority of the time here, I think, just expressing my disgust. Why don't you take it away with some positives?
Yeah, I don't have a huge amount of positives. I mean, not that I have a bunch of negatives. It just, I thought the episode was good. Kind of what I expected. I didn't know which characters were going to die, but more or less what I expected. I felt very tense and hopeless during the entirety of the episode because I didn't know what was going to happen in the end. I just remember feeling, well, they're just getting pummeled and the dead are only gaining numbers. This is pretty much over. I don't know what's going to happen in the end. So with the resolution of Arya doing her deed, that was pretty cool. Kind of disappointed that it ended so quick. It's kind of just like the whole story of the Night King begins and ends in one episode. What can you do though? I mean, this is the final season. I feel like it was very quick. It's just like, hey, it's over.
Yep.
But I mean, the episode was definitely enjoyable. I can't say that I didn't like it or anything like that. There's some gripes here and there, but it was enjoyable. It was good. It had a lot of this good stuff other battle scenes had. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff to be disappointed about too. Unfortunately,
too much to be disappointed about for me. And I'm thinking about things as you're talking, but for the sake of time, I will forego mentioning those things. And conclude with saying my final score for this episode, which we have not done before, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
3 out of 5 bags of popcorn. It is a competent episode. Nothing more, nothing less.
I'm gonna have to give it a solid 4. I thought it was decent. I know you're not gonna like that. I thought it was a decent episode. It could have definitely been better. I enjoyed it. I was on the edge of my seat during most of the episode.
Yeah.
There's definitely some gripes with it, but I enjoyed it, so I have to give it a decent score.
All right. And that's the score from Action Boy Lawrence. So we'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys again so much for tuning into Movie Pop. Please make sure to follow us on Instagram at Movie Pop Official, on Facebook at Movie Pop, and on Minds at Movie Pop.
And definitely don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, let us know how much you hate our faces or love our faces. And yeah, especially DJ's when he's dancing. And just, yeah, any help you can give us, any comments, all that stuff helps a lot. So thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.